Well, hello. Thank you for stopping by to the next episode of Every Kind of I Do. This episode is going to have some more inspiration for you that has to do with, you can take this idea anywhere, okay? Anywhere. This just so happens to be the story of an engagement session turned into an art session, and I am here for it. I am wearing my artistic dress today. This is a piece of art that I actually did that I turned into a dress, and it was my dream to have my own little textile in a dress. So I like taking my artwork and putting it on wearable pieces, which is fantastic because it's perfect for this inspiration today. So here's the thing. Love it. Love it. Love it. This engagement session, I met them at the Rainbow Wedding Network Expo. It's a fabulous expo that's put together for the LGBTQ communities. And we get to meet amazing people. And so they were getting married, but they won an engagement session with me. So I was able to set that up, and then the ideas that she had just got better and better. Let's get into it. Okay, so do you know, have you seen, maybe some people are still doing it, like they're kind of like called hug t-shirt art pieces or whatever, like when you put paint on your arms and hands and you hug the person and that means that whatever's left behind is a hug, or people do it with all different kinds of people, and this was their idea to take their wedding colors, which was, I believe it was purple and green, and then they did these cute art hug shirts. And so we did two different art pieces at this session. We did one where they painted something together on a canvas, and then we had the art hug shirts, which I thought was fabulous. So this is an example of one of them, which I think turned out really well, actually. So when you're looking at this, you can see that the green paint on a black shirt shows up pretty good. So that was a really, really good call on the color tones and the shirts that they chose. Here we are with the purple. Look at this. Look at this. Like if you're giving your person a hug, what would that look like? Would you just do handprints? Would you do the whole arm? There's a varieties of ways that you can do that. Now, if you're gonna do this art project, make sure you leave enough space and wiggle room for cleanup, just in case. Especially whatever the paint you're using, you want to be sure to have a way to clean it up afterwards, whether it's some kind of wet wipes, if it's a sink nearby, a bucket of water, I don't know. Um, when you do this kind of thing, just keep that in mind. Like, I don't even remember how we cleaned up. I think it was probably wet wipes or something, but um, I love how this turned out, though. Look how striking this purple is on the back of this shirt. And it kind of gives them everything they were wanting. This is her hands on that shirt, and then you have the other one previously, and both of them are supremely happy with this art piece. I should ask them if they're using these shirts and how they look and all that. I think, sometimes when I paint on my clothing with fabric paint, like even some of the fabric paint starts to come off after a while. So I'd be curious, did it stay? Is it still there? Can you still wash it? Or did you hang it up somewhere? I'm curious. Have any of y'all done this? Have any of y'all done this art project before? And if so, let me know because I don't think I've done it for myself. I think I've just done other kinds of projects that involve fingerprints and handprints. But I really love this idea. So this is the aftermath. So obviously they had some fun afterwards too. So we did the hugs on the backside and then they did some smears on the front. And then we did a love is love kind of. I love what they did here with the intertwining of their hands with their colors. And I asked them to send me the wedding photos afterwards and it was lovely. I just love when you choose your colors and you stick with them and go for it. So I loved how artistic they were and just had a really, really great time with them. And these are the things that they did. This is what the art pieces are. We had a love is love. They painted that together and then they painted their initials with their wedding date. And as you can see, there's rainbow socks happening. When you're on your engagement session or a portrait session together, regardless of what it looks like or feels like, if you want to do something that is matchy-matchy or complementary to each other or representative of what your expression is, this is a space to go play with this idea. Like if your wedding's going to be somewhat subdued and subtle and normal-ish or, slightly creative, Maybe you make your engagement session or post-wedding sessions super creative and expressive. That way you can have lots of fun and lots of art for your walls and or a photo book, right? So in all of this inspiration, I would be curious to know, have you done any of these types of art projects with your partner? And how did that turn out? You know what? I don't think I've done anything with this with my husband. Been married for 20 years. I don't think we've done anything like this. So I would be curious to see if I can get him to do something. I don't know. We'll see. But as you're thinking about your wedding or event or even your birthday party, maybe do something for your birthday party and use paints and hands and, guest books and hugs and all the things. That would be kind of fun. Um, Especially for some of those milestones. Maybe you wanted to have a milestone birthday, like I'm about to be 50. Maybe I do something interesting for my 50th. I don't know. So many fun ideas that you can think about when you're thinking about your wedding and your engagements and your portraits and all the yummy things that we get to do as people in love. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna head on to the next episode, but I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments, have you done any art with your partner, your friends, or your family? How did it turn out and what did you do? And I will see you on the next episode of Every Kind of I Do. So let's go. We out of here.